Ultima Underworld, the Stygian Abyss, which is a very good game. So, first things first, of course, this game was requested by Sunfall because he donated $20 to the Save organization. Thank you so much for your donation. It goes to a very good cause. And when he did his donation, he chose my name on the list because you can donate $20 to choose a game for me to play. And quick mention that you can still do that. They're still taking donations. You can go to saveandread.org. I think if I type this command, it's still going to be working. Yes. If you guys go to saveandread.org, you can still donate. And when you donate, you can still type in my name and you can still select a game for me to play. Your money doesn't go to me, it goes to Save. But I will honor your request. Every game I promise to either play it until I beat it or at least 10 hours before I deem it bullshit. But I usually beat the games. Like, it has to be very bullshitty, which is not gonna be the case of this one. So, Ultima Underworld, the Stygian Abyss. This game is credited with being the first role-playing game with a fluid first-person movement in a real 3D environment. Which means that it's kind of like a dungeon crawler, but it's actually 3D. It's not like the fixed grid kind of stuff. And they use that a lot on the environments. It's not just dungeons, it has caves, it has slopes. To be honest, this game is 1992. I remember as a kid, I did play this game as a kid. I was freaking impressed with how it looked and how it ran. And sure, it kind of runs in a window, it has a lot of interface for performance issues. It's 1992, but it's like really advanced. The 3D works really well. This game is amazing. I kept thinking about this game when I was playing through Shadowcaster, which is another very good game. Now, I still have first playthrough on as one of the tags on my stream.
Here we go, pal. I hope it's the right apartment, Michael.
So do I. Man, such a clean break into the apartment as well.
Good grief.
How is CTS gonna pronounce that?
Ultima, Underworld.
Alright, Unconsidered D, thank you so much for the 7-month sub. My friend, really appreciate all the support. Please continue to enjoy the ad-free viewing and the emotes. And yes, Ultimate Underworld. Now, I still have first playthrough as one of the tags, even though I have played this game before, because one, it was 30 years ago? Second, because I remember nothing. I remember thinking it looked amazing. I did not beat it back then. I don't think I made it very far. I barely understood English anyway. So yeah, where does this game fare in terms of the Ultima series? I have considered doing an Ultima retrospective, which I might, but at this point, like, if I would have to have this as part of that retrospective, I would have to start the retrospective today. And I'm definitely not ready for that. And I want to do the games that were requested in the order they were requested, so I want to do this one first. So, you know, I might, but because this game has a sequel, Ultima Underworld 2, which I know nothing about. So if I do get to doing an Ultima retrospective, I might do like Ultima Underworld 2 first, and then have the retrospective and have these games marked off in there somehow. I don't know, I'll probably not do that, man. That retrospective would be like, you know, might as well do a Final Fantasy retrospective at that rate. Those games would require guides. There's, like, I've been postponing playing through Ember Moon because I have to use a guide for that. I actually got a guide for Ember Moon. I'm looking at it right now. It's very long. I had to get to that game eventually. Anyway, the game is really good, you guys are gonna see. Now, this game got a re-release in 1997 for the PlayStation 1. And it has 3D polygon characters for the sprites and NPCs, and it looks very, very different. And if you didn't know that, it's because it was only released in Japan. And it looks like interesting. It has new voiceovers, it has like a new introduction and ending, new sound effects and music, because, you know, the PlayStation worked very differently in terms of sound. I'm gonna talk about that later. Can't do that with Ultima Underworld 2 anyways, because it is set between 7 and 7 Part 2. Right, so I would need to place it in the retrospective. Right, and then isn't like there like these weird Ultima games that I've only seen once or twice? Like Martian Dreams or something? Which are technically part of the Ultima series, but not really. I don't know, maybe someday, I don't know, I have no idea what I'm gonna be doing. I'll probably just ignore it completely, because otherwise I would have to, okay, here's the retrospective, and now it's time for Ultima Underworld 2, but I've already done it, here's the VOD. I could do that. And then on the playlist I just... If you're watching this like 3 years from now, this is the year 2029. The world has crumbled to ashes, but YouTube is still working. And you're watching this as part of my playlist on the Ultima retrospective. Yeah, welcome in. This year is somewhere between 6 and 7. Welcome in. I hope the future is not that harsh. Anyway, this takes place after the events of Ultima 6, and this is one of the reasons I like to do games in order. I have no idea what happens in Ultima 6, and I don't want to know because I want to play through that first. But one of the evil guys like killed his brother, and the brother calls the Avatar to help prevent the evil guy from doing some shit, and then you go in and there's the intro cinematic that happens. Something like that. I have no idea what happens before. I'm not gonna go into that because of spoilers. And I think that's mostly it. Let's take a quick look at the back of the box. See what it says. Also, if I do an Ultima retrospective, I'll not be playing Ultima Online, of course. I played that game so freaking much, I freaking loved it. You are the Avatar trademark. I wonder how that trademark is doing nowadays. Noblest of heroes. In your day you have beheld many wonders and proved yourself master of many dungeons. But nothing in your experience prepared you for this. The terror-filled passages of Britannia's Underworld. Many years have passed since your last visit to Britannia, Ultima 6. Little did you expect that when you returned you would be accused of kidnapping Baron Ulmric's daughter, Ariel. Like the font? We stole a font? Couldn't we have kidnapped Helvetica instead? She's slimmer. And be thrown into the great Stygian abyss without so much as a chance to prove your innocence. Only by surviving the dangers of the abyss and finding the villain who abducted Ariel can you restore your good name. But dark hints garnered from all corners of the abyss reveals that this was no simple kidnapping. The fate of Britannia hangs in the balance again, as you battle the horrors that lurk at the heart of the great Stygian abyss. A true 3D environment, and this is like no slouch. It is true 3D, and it works fantastically for 1992. Move smoothly and continuously through the first virtual reality dungeon. You know, that's a bold claim, but it's not too far off the mark. The first-person perspective of the Stygian Abyss trademark puts you right in the thick of the action. Look down on objects at your feet or up to see creatures hovering overhead. Every wall, precipice, object, and character in the Stygian Abyss has been painstakingly modeled in 3D space. Okay, now that's wrong. The sprites are 2D pixel art, which is good. They're not 3D modeled. They're placed in 3D space and not painstakingly. Essentially zero continuity of the Ultima series other than you being the Avatar. Yeah, I mean, I gather that it references whoever Baron Ulmric is. But, you know, Here's a dungeon, it's isolated, and the events are never referred to again, I'm pretty sure. Races don't match. Magic system doesn't match. Uses the name of the Abyss, doesn't match either. 100% different setting. Shoehorn Ultima over the last 6 months or so.
Here we go, pal. I hope it's the right apartment, Michael.
So do I.
Good grief.
Scrant, thank you so
Percent
much.
raw input percent.
What? What did that TTS just tell me? Raw percent. I feel offended. Scrant, thank you so much for the sub, my friend. Enjoy the ad reviewing and the emotes. Glad to have you here. I do appreciate the lore, Sunfall. I tried to find that kind of information and I couldn't in time for the stream. I did figure it would be like a shoehorn of the franchise name in there, but I couldn't find anything to corroborate that. It doesn't make the game any less good. And yeah, the fact that nothing matches is kind of funny, but kind of expected. Was not in any previous... Oh, okay. Alright, then I don't care. Thank you. That actually makes me feel better about this. Yeah, now I can do the retrospective and not include these games at all and be like, fine, no, those are like... No, but I haven't done that with the other retrospectives, right? I played 2 Alex Kidd games, they were not Alex Kidd games. But yeah. Never recommended this game otherwise. Yeah, the sequelitis thing. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I know that. I'm fine playing this game out of order. I just got really tempted to do the retrospective, but I can't right now. Let's see what else. Unparalleled dungeon excitement. Explore nearly 25 miles. They were so focused on that stuff back in the day. I remember when Ultima Online was being unveiled, people were like, oh, it takes you like these many hours to go from one end of the continent to the other on foot. And I'm like, oh, yes, I'm gonna be walking. What? The numbers. Of winding passages, gaping chasms, and frigid underground rivers. This multi-level dungeon is full of puzzling traps and fearsome monsters. A sophisticated conversation system. I mean, Ultima 4 on this Master System, you could type in words. I remember that I didn't know English, but I knew how to type join, and I would tell everyone join because I wanted more party members. That's all I remember from that game. Allows you to talk with dozens of characters who may assist or hinder you in your quest. You'll do more than kill monsters. The Stygian Abyss will challenge your virtues and your wits, as well as your fighting prowess. Ah yes, the virtues. This map has 14 square kilometers. Like, you know, it's a matter of scale. It's 14 scale kilometers, but if you convert everything carefully, your character walks at 50 kilometers an hour. And things are not to scale, so I don't know, man, how reliable that stuff is. Thrilling combat and magic, try a quick, relatively weak attack, or take the time to put greater power behind your blow. See your weapon lash out. Yeah, you just hold an attack. See your weapon lash out and watch your foe stagger and fall. Each magic spell is a dramatic visual effect. Auto mapping. I wouldn't be playing this without auto mapping, probably. I mean, it's already annoying when it's like a traditional grid-based dungeon crawler. Imagine with this thing. A sophisticated auto map feature keeps track of your location. You can even write your own comments right on the map. Very good for 1992. So you always remember where each important character or landmark is found. State-of-the-art sound and graphics, a full orchestral score, and lush 256 color VGA graphics complete Origin's latest multimedia experience. Ah yes, the multimedia experience. Everything was multimedia in the early 90s. I bought a multimedia computer back then. It had a CD-ROM drive, 4X CD-ROM drive. And it came with speakers. You bought your PC back then, it came with speaker boxes. Because otherwise we would buy the other one that came with them. The best auto mapping in any game you've ever played. It is very good, from very little I remember, but the auto mapping, I think it's on par with the auto mapping of Shadowcast. No, not Shadowcaster. What was the name of that? Anvil of Dawn. Except Anvil of Dawn is grid based, so you know it makes it easier, but Anvil of Dawn had a very good auto mapping system. You could like switch between maps easily, and you could write notes down as well. And it showed you the chests that you found. It marked it differently if you had opened them, and it marked it differently if you had opened them but you had left items behind. It was a very good auto mapper. Optional soundboards required for some features. See box label. Can I see the box label? Not here. We have... Hang on. Sword damaged. You see a wounded lizard man. It is the first day of your imprisonment. You think that it is night. You see a dangerous lurker. Text that I can't read. Yeah, that's the dialogue. And that's the auto map. It has the rivers and everything. Actual scene screens may vary. Level 1. Man, that map looks very fancy. I'm excited. I've been meaning to revisit this game for decades. Because I remember loving it. Now I have my trusty old notebook here. And it's full of Shin Megami Tensei 2 notes. I hope I have... I wanted to grab a new one. And I thought I had one. And I went to grab it and I don't have another one. So I'm using the same and hopefully it's fine. Not backseat, 2 non-spoiler play tips. I'll allow it. Like, especially because you requested the game. It's perfectly fine. People have given me tips that are like more like quality of life stuff, in a sense, like don't do this thing because you're gonna waste 20 hours. Like if someone wants... Can I give you... Sunfall, can I give you 2 non-spoiler play tips for Shin Megami Tensei 2 in return? That might be able to avoid you from wasting 30 hours of gameplay time. But yes, go ahead. Meanwhile, we have the manual here. Let's take a brief look at the manual. The auto map goes way past the size of the dungeon. Feel free to use dungeon level 20 to take notes in-game on the auto map. Oh! Right, but I'm not taking notes in-game, I'm just marking places on the map. It's faster to navigate my notebook. But yeah, that's interesting advice. What I was gonna say about Shin Megami Tensei 2, if you go to play that game eventually, and you're allocating attributes for your main character, there are gameplay reasons, progression reasons that force you to have 10 intelligence and 10 magic. Which you don't want to have because your main character, like in every other Shin Megami Tensei game, doesn't have spells. And that made me waste like a full stream of leveling up. And I'm still not over that because I might still have to do that again. People do not repeat their attacks, so take notes. Right, thank you, that's good to know. I do try to be careful with that because I don't always expect them to repeat themselves. So yes, thank you for the hints. So let's take a brief look at the manual. Gonna do a full exploration here. It's a big game, it deserves it. Thanks for that tip. Yeah, it's the kind of thing that is just like so you don't waste your time. Can I make this better for you guys to read? I think this is readable. Creating your character. Each option, make a choice. You can choose your player's sex. Yes, sometimes never. Controls whether your avatar is a man or a woman, which portraits me select later. Gender has no effect on your character's strength or abilities. I remember this very old joke, like, the guy sees sex on a form he's filling in and he fills in twice a week. It's very old. Handedness, right or left, determine which hand you use to hold your primary weapon and which is your shield hand. Which very few games let you do, and I do appreciate it because I'm left-handed. Class. Fighter. Mage. Bard. Perhaps a storyteller or musician. Lefties unite. No, yes. Yes. Yeah, and this game is very advanced that it uses WASD for 1992, which is shit for me. I like old games on DOS because they use the arrow keys, and I'm like, suck it, WASD people. Skilled craftsman, particular weapons and armor, a guardian of the woodlands, both combat and magic, paladin, warrior with some spellcasting, ranger, tracking, hunting, and fighting, shepherd. Resourceful sheep tender, often a jack of all trades. I have no idea, man. I usually steer away from magic in these games. However, it's a single character dungeon crawler, which means that healing and utility spells can make a ton of a difference. So I might not go for pure fighter. I'm not going for mage because going for mage is like it's a roulette, right? I'm gonna be starting this game, I'm gonna go for a mage, and then the magic in the game sucks and you're stuck with a horrible interface for the entire game. So I'm not going to pick mage. Now bard, tinker, shepherd, those are like, this sounds interesting, but ultimately I don't know if the game systems are going to fluid well enough for that. I remember tinkering in Ultima Online. You could build like gizmos and gadgets, and it was a profession that was mostly useless. So I don't want to do ranger because I don't want to focus on ranged weapons, even though it's not mentioned here, that's usually the case. So I think it's going to be either druid or paladin for me, right? It's a warrior that has some magic. I just have to decide how much magic I want. Pick skills. Many of these skills come automatically as a result of the character class you choose. For instance, all mages can use magic, so they begin with casting and mana skills. In addition to innate skills, you are asked to select some skills unique to your character. We give your fighter a sword skill. When the skill selection appears on the right hand side of the screen, simply click on the skill. Maybe I'll use that to pick a class, like see what kind of skills we get to choose for each class. For now, pick skills that sound useful and interesting. Later, you can consult the skill list on page 30 and create carefully honed characters. Portrait, difficulty. In easy mode, monsters and hostile characters are less dangerous and easier to defeat in standard mode. You can't change this later. Name. Keep this character. Alright. Hello there, happy cakes. Enjoying the sights as I see. It assumes you have a mouse. To play without a mouse, consult your reference card for keyboard equivalent of the commands described. Okay, we have the actions, we have a power gem. We have a rune shelf. I don't remember anything. Vitality and mana, character panel. There's a gargoyle here. Is this relevant? Why is it pointing specifically to the gargoyle? Because I feel like they just, well, look, there's a gargoyle who looks cool, but then it doesn't point to the dragons slash lizards, and I remember these were animated. I freaking loved these. Try moving your mouse. Don't press any of the buttons yet. Saving your character. Looking around. While your cursor is shaped to determine the speed at which depends how far. Easy move mode. If you have difficulty maneuvering in 3D space, try using the arrow keys on the base of the compass. The curving left, turn you... okay. There is no mouse equivalent for moving backwards. Less realistic than normal movement through the dungeon. I make it easier. What about that challenge? Don't play the game using only the arrows on the interface. I've never used those arrows in any dungeon crawler I've ever played ever. I looked at them and I would be like, those are interesting. Why? Why would I move my mouse and click there when I can just press forward on the keyboard and do the same? Maybe... if it was like some adult dungeon crawler where you might be playing one-handed, I get it, but... okay, options, talk, get, look, fight, use, those are normal. Look icon. Looking up and down. 1, 2, and 3 to look up and down. Know that the ones on the numeric... okay, so it's specifically the ones on the left side of the keyboard. That's such weird, because I remember testing this and like... S moves forward, W moves forward very quickly, so it's not quite west. X moves you backwards. And if I'm not mistaken, Z is strafe left, C is strafe right, A is turn left, and Z is turn right. It's really backwards, but normal for the time. They hadn't figured out these controls yet. Okay, getting things, manipulating inventory, we'll have to figure this later. Your character will become hungry. The auto map, there isn't much. You can write things. Click the dog-eared corners. Look at that art. So good. I love this hand-drawn art in these old manuals. You will want to use it often, so you shouldn't keep it inside a bag. Right-click and hold. Drag it over the bag symbol and release. Oh, that's how you take things out of bags. I always loved how some of Ultima games handle bags and stuff. I loved organizing my shit in bags in Pagan. And one of the schools of magic is literally open a bag, pull the reagents inside, close the bag with a wand on it. And when you open it, it has a spell inside that you can use. I really enjoy doing that. And like Ultima Online carries that system over. So I had these bags and these chests and you open and it remembers where everything is, like you just drag and position things. I freaking loved it. It wasn't slots, which makes a lot of sense for a lot of reasons, but just being dragging stuff and you could hide items. People would have like their houses locked and then there would be a chest with a key, but they would grab like a robe and place it on top of the key. So you open the chest, oh, there's just a robe here, and you close it. But then they tell their friends, no, open the chest, move the robe to the side and pick up the key. I don't know, man. That kind of stuff is so organic. It's so fun. Great bag design. Yeah, that's like the Louis Vuitton of PC gaming bags. Dropping objects. You may accelerate. Running into walls doesn't hurt you in Ultima Underworld. Skull is just below. Get the icon. You need to carry it, drag it out, put it back on the ground. To rid yourself of the skull, either Drop it or throw it. To drop it, drag it. To throw it, release the bottle skulls in the top 2/3 of the view window. The skull is pretty tough, but some objects break or bounce upon impact. If you're too close, you may not be able to drop the skull at all. Alright. Hello there, games on VHS. Opening doors. Okay, I'm gonna skip. I think I can figure this stuff. Dealing with grouped items. You try to pick up the candle, you'll find there's something different about it. Actually, several candles. When you click the get icon, the message move how many. And the interface in this game is not as straightforward as in modern games. Like, when I say modern games, I mean like games a few years later. So a lot of the stuff takes a lot of steps to do. A lot of interface stuff, which is fine for the time. To take just one click with the left, the right button will take all of them. Or you can type a number from the keyboard and press enter. They can usually be stacked with a single circle. For the exploration magic, with a rune bag and some rune stones you may be able to cast spells even if you aren't a mage. The amount of mana you have and your casting skill level determine how successful you can be with magic. Preparing a spell. I'm gonna... I know there's like 3 people watching or something. I don't like to watch the viewer count. But I'm gonna put up a short poll up. Do you guys want me to play as a fighter with no magic, a mage, so I suffer, or a hybrid? And by hybrid I mean a paladin or a druid. Guys, vote if you have a preference. And I'll honor that. Necessary runestones. Bet in lore and synced. Yeah, I remember spells in Ultima Online that each had a combination of words. Death Bolt was Corp or. The others, if I see them, I'll recall, but I don't remember right now. And then you had like Vas Corp, Vas for things that were like greater. Man, it's been decades. Rune shelf. Left clicking on any stone on the rune panel causes that stone to appear on the shelf. While the stones necessary to cast a spell on the rune shelf, the spell is considered prepared. You have to left click on the runes on the rune shelf regardless of whether your rune bag is open or closed. If you have the required mana, the correct runes are on the shelf, the spell eventually worked. The number of attempts required will depend on your character's casting skill level. The higher level, the better chance of succeeding. No penalty for failure unless it backfires. If you make a mistake laying out your runes, you can erase the rune shelf by clicking on the symbol at the bottom of the rune panel. Once the spell is successful, cast a blue mana flask drains to reflect the amount of mana used up. Play it safe, I'll try most of the time, yes. Combat, I can figure that out. Should you die, resurrected where you planted a silver sapling seed, you can then try to defeat the rat again or continue exploring. Advanced playing tips. The options icon, save game, restore music detail, your character encumbrance, statistics. You do get experience. Are there levels or just experience? Level. First level. Okay. Attributes. Strength, dexterity, and intelligence. Maximum is 30. Minimum is 12. High strength, medium dexterity, low intelligence for fighters. Skills. Character's condition. You grow hungry and tired. Being well fed means you're not hungry. You don't need to eat anything right away. Second sentence. Okay. If it tells your character is hungry or tired, you should consider sleeping or eating. Sleep poorly if you're too close to the lairs of beasts. They might surprise you in your sleep. Press F10 or use a bedroll. Extinguish light sources when you go to sleep. Right mouse button on the compass, easy to forget thing for seeing your hunger tired. This level's interesting. Can I remember F10 to sleep? I assume we're gonna get a bedroll early. I'm gonna write down here. F10 sleep. 1, 2, 3, look up and down. Right mouse button on compass status. Vitality and mana tasks. Check the score. Alright. Improving your character. Experience points. Gaining levels. Improving skills. Study and deep reflection. Visit an Ankh shrine. I have some memory of Ankh shrines in this game. Oh, there, Kibitz. Getting exiled somewhere again. Yeah, it happens often over here. Welcome in, my friend. Oh, yo, Mercy Fate, welcome in. You guys still get to vote. You guys have like half a minute to vote for class. If you care to. Reciting a mantra is not enough to receive. You have to recite a proper mantra. Qualify, have accumulated enough experience points. You can always qualify for skill bonus after you gain the character level, but you can sometimes receive skill bonuses between level increases. Talk to the shrine, the words chant the mantra appear. Type in a mantra followed by enter. Poll ended. We got hybrid as a result, so I'm gonna be doing a hybrid. Sunfall, you get to choose because you donated to pick the game. And once again, guys, if you still want to donate to save, you can still do so, and you can still select my name on the Tiltify page, and you can still select the game for me to play. And the money goes to a good cause. Sunfall, because you donated for me to play this game, you get to choose the character's name. Please keep it like not something that would get me banned from Twitch. Name, not class. Yes. Class is gonna be hybrid between Paladin and Druid. I'm gonna look at the skills and decide. Maximum 16 levels. Level max 16. Attribute max 30. Three mantras are commonly known. You learn mantras, they're not to categories of skills, but to specific skills. Okay,
Why'd the turkey cross the road? To prove he wasn't a chicken.
Some... Ra is attack. Mu is magic, and Ka is other. Okay, I'm gonna write down here the other ones we learned through the game. Maybe this will inspire me. Paladin. All these mantras improve drastically the skill affected by the mantra. Jumping. Right mouse button. Okay, while the left one is... Okay, both buttons to jump. Swimming. Can't jump or attack. All characters can swim, only for a limited time. To move up, press E and Q, they move up and down. Okay, I think I can remember that. 4 upper circles near primary hand can be used for a weapon, while near offhand can be used for a shield. The other 2 shoulder are good places to put torches. Your map for other items to carry out while keeping your weapon ready. Combining objects. Dragging an object in hand on top of an object in your inventory. You can drag a torch over an ear of corn to make popcorn. Okay, that's some Ultima stuff right there. Finger slots. Samra the ever-living. Yeah, I did think of that actually. And it's not Samra, it's Moonra. And there is a very unsavory mention, cultural mention of Monra. Mantra's gonna mantra, yes. Yeah, I'm not gonna go there actually. Elements of an attack, aim, false condition, I'm gonna skip most of these. Swords, axes, maces, missile, armor, shields, conversation. I'm sure I can figure this out. Repairing, some characters repair. Spell types, 8 circles of runic magic, holy crap. I remember I printed the pagan manual skill list. I might need this as a reference. Yeah, Corp for death and Por for movement. So Corp Por was death bolt, so it's death on the move, I remember that. Vas is great, so you increase the thing. So they kept this stuff for all the way through Ultima Online. Call... Yeah, I remember a lot of these. Alright, I'm gonna keep this thing to the side. For reference. I want to leave it on like the... Yeah, around skills and spells. For reference. Alright. One last bit of information I want to talk about before we go in. The sound. The game has a weird thing where you set up two things. You set up sound and speech. Now, speech is either Sound Blaster or nothing. And if you have it as Sound Blaster, you're gonna have speech. That's fine. Forget that. The rest of the sound, you can either send it to nothing, to PC speaker, to Sound Blaster, or to a Roland MT32, which is a MIDI device. And that means that you cannot have the sound effects on the Sound Blaster and the music on a Roland MT32. Which is a shame, because we want the music to be using the Roland MT32 because it's going to sound a lot better. But if you do that, the sound effects are going to be using the MT32 sound bank, which is iffy. I don't like it. Like, sure, it did sound fancier at the time, and it would have been like... It would have been like... more... You know, you get like the fidelity of the sound effects being like from the sound bank instead of being like weird shit that waveforms or whatever through the sound blast. I know that what I'm saying makes no sense. But ultimately right now I would prefer to have the sound effects on the sound blast and the music on the MIDI device, but you can't. So in the interest of having it sound like the best it could compared to back in the day, I'm gonna be using MIDI. So the music is gonna be really good, but the sound effects are going to be subdued because you can't set their volume separately. And that was a problem back then as well, that's not a modern problem. And they're gonna sound a bit iffy, at least to my ears. Like I tested a little bit, maybe it gets better later. But like I had to lower the reverb gain. That makes the footsteps sound very low. So I don't know, man. I'm just explaining the situation so you guys know where we're coming from. So let's move over here. It's time to get the show on the road. Talked a lot already. That was like almost 1 hour. That's like... We did like half a third of a call speaking about the game. There we go. Let's get this stuff running. I'm using the copy from GOG, which I assume is like up to date and functional and stuff. I tested it. Like some games from GOG, they don't run on old computers. They rely on modern tools written for DOSBox. So those games usually, even if I have them on GOG, I end up grabbing a version from elsewhere. I did that. There was a game that I played on stream that the GOG version doesn't work on old DOS. But this one I had no problem, so it's fine. So let's go in here, get started, start the timer, and you guys enjoy the intro. There's a woman screaming in the intro. Fair warning, I didn't watch all of it. It took me 3 macaws, yes. Music is very good.
At last, you are asleep. For 3 nights, each attempt to rest has brought you starting from your bed in fright, with no memory of what horrified you so. With a sickening sense of deja vu, you begin to dream.
Treachery and doom. My brother would unleash a great evil. Britannia is in peril.
Sure that the ghost can take you to Britannia, you allow yourself to be drawn to him.
A visitor, and from far away indeed. Were he not dead, I'd suspect my brother sent thee. No matter, thou shalt serve to draw the hounds from the scent.
Below, a creature heads toward the dark woods, a thrashing sack slung over its massive shoulder.
I love that narration.
What hast thou done with our lord's daughter Ariel? Dropped her below to an accomplice, I'll wager. Well, he'll nay escape us, and when we bring him back, he'll both hang.
Its massive shoulder.
Several tense hours later, you are dragged before Baron Ulmric. Ignoring you, Ulmric questions his captain.
What news, Corwin?
Forgive us, my lord. The foul creature escaped. A score of us gave chase, but it fled into the Stygian abyss with poor Ariel. We were attacked, goblins and worse, my lord. Only 3 of us survived.
I see.
The Baron turns his hard grey eyes upon you.
I was warned of thy coming. Last fortnight, an apparition of an old, haggard man appeared in my dreams. Guard thy daughter well, it warned, for an evil one shall come to steal her away. I posted guards at Ariel's door, but still you took her from me. They say thou didst drop her to a troll waiting below. What sayest thou?
What sayest
You
thou?
explain that you are the Avatar, and that you are innocent.
Whether thou speak truth or falsehood, I cannot say. Stories tell of the coming of the Avatar, but years have passed since he visited here. If thou art truly the Avatar, then perhaps thou canst offer hope. None here can survive the Stygian abyss and rescue Ariel. My mind is set. Corwin shall take thee to the abyss. Return here with my daughter, and thy innocence shall be proven. If thou dost not return, Avatar, then thy lies shall have brought thee low.
That pixel art, man. Is it Stygian abyss? Isn't it Stygian?
This be the foul pit's only entrance. Once it is locked, none can pass. I will shut thee in and stand guard till I hear Ariel's
Okay,
voice from within.
thank you.
Otherwise, 'twill remain shut forever.
If you showed your face more often, we'll believe you, but you didn't, so it's your fault. Is that what? Yeah, pretty much, yes. That's your mom. The guy doing that guy's voice, my lord! We're attacked by goblins and worse! Look what he did to my throat! Alright, great character. I'm gonna be left-handed because obviously I don't want to see the skills. If I press escape, okay, it goes back. If I choose Paladin, we get these skills: Appraise, Charm, Acrobat, and Repair. Oh, the Paladin can repair, that's good. Skill increases your chances of using Anvil to repair items successfully. Charm, Knack of making friends, chance of getting good deal when bothering. I talked about this before, whenever I play Fallout, I max out speech. I love convincing people of shit, so that I do like that. Appraise. Training perceive the value of goods, aids in correctly evaluating a deal offered you in barter. Wait, is the Paladin like just a merchant with a sword? That's a dumb universe explanation for why no one remembers you other than the major named characters. Time flows so different between Earth and this world that everyone keeps dying between your appearances. Where have I seen that before? All the major people live long enough. Maybe they're also from Earth and they never reveal that. Ooh. They're all from Earth. Yeah, see? Acrobat. Ability to move with grace. Reduces damage taken from false collisions. Okay. And what about the druid? Track, lore, and search. Search. Training which heightens your perception. Skill increases your chance of detecting hidden doors and traps. Apply it automatically when you look. I don't care. Track. Animal tracks, I don't care. Lore. Correctly identify an item. I like that, but you know, it's... No. And just out of curiosity, I assume if we get like a bard, he's gonna have charm and lore. Okay, that's boring. If you choose a tinker, he has weapon skills. Okay, I'm gonna go for paladin then. Even though that wouldn't be my first choice. As far as usual paladins go, the paladin in here looks like a merchant with a sword. Hello there, Sacral, welcoming. Stared into the beast stared back, then ran away screaming. I've read that somewhere. Welcoming, my friend. Three of the characters are Lord British. It's his various CA names. Yeah. Oh, attack, defense, and charm. Wait, if I pick druid, oh, mana and casting, oh, then I can't consider the paladin to be a hybrid. So I can't pick the paladin. I wouldn't be staying true to the poll. I want something that is not a mage, but that has mana and casting. So not a bard, not a tinker. A druid? Yeah, it's probably a druid. It has high attack and defense. Ranger doesn't. And the shepherd... Yeah, the shepherd is dumb. Oh. Okay, so it has to be a druid then. It has attack, defense, mana, and casting. And then I don't care about track or searching. I'll go for lore. Wait, do this reroll... Wasn't the maximum attribute 30? It is very good. I love games that have like a character creation system that has like all these choices, and I mean, like, one of the things that really quickly drew me in as a kid into Fallout was that character creation as well, which is loosely based on GURPS because it was supposed to be a GURPS game. I think these are being rolled, but the results are very similar. 21, 16, 23. Yeah. They are being rolled, but the range is very short. I wish I could just click to reload. to reroll. I think it's been... Oh... 26 strength, 35 vitality. Okay, we're going for this. Mario doesn't agree with the game. You know, an old DOS game. Yeah. I like number 4. Like, number 1 is too... like... fresh, savior of the... whatever. 3 is decent. 2 has a blank expression. I think 2 is just a statue, it's not actually a person. 5 is good. I like the facial hair on 4 and 5. I think I'll go with 4. It reflects the fact that we are a druid, but we're still like focusing on strength. Alright, standard, difficult. Oh, it looks fine here as well. And there you go, Sunfall. Give me the name. Silver Tree does? Number 2, because it's funny. Of course, Happy Cakes, not surprised. So fucking... Yeah, it doesn't fit Silver Tree, the Sofa King. Yeah, Silver Tree fits. Alright. That's one of the longest names I've seen fit into an old DOS game. Keep this character, yes. Silver Tree enters the abyss. And I'm gonna start by saving. Not used yet. Game 001. And it starts. The animation of these little things is so funny. Currently all fed and awake. You're on the first level of the abyss. It's the first day of your imprisonment. You guess it is currently early evening. Yeah, I don't know why it pointed to the gargoyle. Your Diablo 2 druid was named the Druid. Yeah, bites. Nice, that's very good. Now, I swear that I was testing this game and I was like, where the hell is the minimap, the auto map? Because you start the game, you see this thing right over here, and I completely ignored it. Which reminds me of Robinson's Requiem, where I failed my first playthrough because I didn't get the bag with everything I needed. I wanted to check how different... Oh! I mean, it's going to make it a lot easier to see things on the ground. But my heart goes out to you if you had to play it like this as a kid. It's still an amazing game, but... only the walls, also the floors, and also the ceiling. There we go. Potato, yes. Okay, so we're gonna pick the bag. And I'm going to open the bag. You see a sack. Open the sack. Okay, we have a sword. I'm left-handed. The map. We are here. I'm gonna type entrance. If I try to erase it, okay. Entrance. Because we might have to go back to the entrance at the end of the game. Scribed upon the scroll is your map. How do I... It's a ragged map. Okay, you click and drag with the right mouse. Oh, you can use both, okay. And leave the rest of the stuff in there. If I do this, drops here. Okay, fine. If I ready this, it goes to battle music. I'm not gonna test hitting the wall, it might break the sword. You have the usual distortions that you used to get on 3D on these games, which is fine. It's not because they didn't know how to do it properly, it's because this saves a lot of processing power with the projections. It released 2 months before Wolfenstein 3D. I think it compares better to Wolfenstein 3D in a lot of ways, which is why this game impressed so much as a kid. Because Wolfenstein 3D does the... what is it called? Ray scanning? Which is just, you know, regular vertical lines. Raycasting, thank you. It does the raycasting thing, which lets you do it very quickly and, you know, full screen and everything. But you can't do half the stuff you can do in this game. Okay, you can look down. It's very good. You see a plant. Can I pick the plant? You cannot pick that up, okay. If I press 2, it resets. You have a skull. I presume it's pointless. The writing reads, "We attacked the entrance with all manner of tools, but it gave not a hair. It simply cannot be breached. Hence, we have resigned ourselves to die in this hellish pit. Elsmore." You can see, especially if you're looking down, how the texture warps. Yeah, Wolfenstein is very fast. And it doesn't have distortion or projection issues. But because they limited themselves to doing that stuff. This is a broken axe. Can I use... I think if you click here, it shows you your skills. We don't have any repair skills. Well, you need an anvil anyway. We have no pick lock. None of them started with pick locking. Sneaking, searching, traps, casting lore. We don't have any weapon skills. It's just our field of view. I did look up if I could like increase this window. I don't think you can. Auto map is good. It's a shame. The only problem is that you can't zoom, but come on, it's 1992. As long as everything on the level fits in here, it's fine. Elsmore sure had a time to carve a lot there, if not Elseless. I mean, I'm gonna be dying this beat forever. I'm in no particular rush. I think this is our encumbrance. Something written here. No. Can I pull the chain? Can I... Is this use? I think... Oh, I think this was... Oh. Is that it? It is. Oh, look how fancy. That's very fancy. I remember Eye of the Beholder, you could pick up the bones and resurrect people and get more people into your party. It is Sunfall. I remember being flabbergasted by this game at the time. I couldn't believe how good it looked and how good it ran. Like when I learned this was 1992, I was like, what? Because by the time I had a DOS computer, it was like 96. Because I did like Sakura mentioned Wolfenstein, I was like, man, this must have come like years after Wolfenstein. What is this? Piece of wood. Probably nothing, I'll probably get rid of it later. Economic way, move face closer to monitor. Brazil way, use a gigantic Fresnel lens. Do we have gigantic lenses? The Brazil way would be probably to put like mashed potatoes on your lens. Okay, we have blood piles, Blood's pools of blood. The country. Brazil the movie. Oh, I did watch that movie. I never forgot it. I never quite understood why it was called Brazil. I think it has Girl from Ipanema in it somewhere. I always figured that it was called Brazil because, I don't know, bureaucracy. Or, okay, this is one of the spell things, isn't it? Yeah, it's a spell rune. I don't have the rune bag yet. Apparently that's not a thing you start with. The map is... It looks like you have to... Yeah, you have to walk very close to the walls to paint the map. That's annoying. It was a funny reference in this channel specifically. Yeah, that makes sense. My style film is not about the country of Brazil, let's take place there. Correct. It's named after the recurrent theme song, Barbarossa's Aquarela. Oh, Aquarela do Brasil. Yeah, it wasn't Girl from Ipanema. The Girl from Ipanema, I messed up the titles. But I did remember there was a Brazilian song that kept playing through it. Known simply as Brazil to British audiences. Really? And performed by someone else, like, fuck off. They changed the name, they changed the performer, like... Is it even Brazil anymore? There's another piece of wood, I could pile it up. Maybe I use these for fires, like for resting, for warming, for cooking, whatever. Oh, there's a backpack. And this is another door. Door is locked. Locked. And man, look at that distortion. So good. Oh, this is a pack. Packs in Ultima games look like this. Oh, we got... Okay, this is the rune bag. With all the runes in it. Oh! Intriguing. I'm gonna put these in here. How many? 1. If I... Wait, how did I grab all of them without it asking again? I thought it was... It isn't. Okay, whatever. No, it isn't right click. Right click is still asking. I thought it was right click, but... Still asking. Second right click. Right, when it's asking the quantity, you right click again. So technically we can cast spells, but I don't know any. I assume this key is gonna be for that door, but I'm not gonna open it yet. My dearest Alfred, going to the abyss knowing that I will not forget thee. As bare as the Baron's justice does sing, is better than a hangman's noose. No matter the passing of years, I will await thy return. Yours forever, Sandra. This kind of shit is always so freaking sad to me. Well, there's another locked door here. No, this one isn't locked. And I see an enemy there. Can I close this door? Oh shit. Battle music, everyone. Okay, I think it died. Okay, that was anticlimactic. Okay, we got some ground meat and some ground cheese. My favorite kinds. The old piece of meat belonging to a rat. Well, the cheese doesn't belong to the rat anymore, it's mine now. Badly worn leather leggings. Sure you do, points to the manual, sorry this technique. No it isn't, manual is not backsitting. I did see in the manual, I did read it, I just didn't absorb the knowledge. Am I facing... Oh, this is like, Wait. Oh, okay, I get it. There's a spell list in it. Yeah. I have that segment open right here. With the runes. And it has the spells on the manual, yes. How did I figure the spells out when I was a kid? So we can... There is a spell to create food, but we don't have all the runes for that. We have the one for light, so we don't need to worry about torches. So if I click here... Yeah. Okay. Oh, it lights up. Okay, I'm glad we got a hybrid. Like I said, utility spells and healing, possibly. Everything else is 12. I wonder if we regen. Just worth it for light. Yeah. And create food, I don't have to carry food around. Probably. Oh, I was missing this. Wait, that's a rune, isn't it? What? Dirt floor? No. Yes, it is a rune. Man, I'll have to look at the ground carefully. I'm almost missing shit. I guess I'll be playing the game looking at the ground. Click point on the arrows at the top, no rated points. Ah. Ah. Shit. I'll have to get used to that. Like. No, broken axe. It is on the middle. Unless it's... I understand now. When the cursor becomes the arrows. Okay, apparently the Oscars are on and I have angry people messaging me that someone they wanted to win didn't win. It's not that important, folks. Okay, there's more stuff in here. Badly worn hand axe. This is a badly worn dagger. This is a bowl. And this is a somewhat used torch. I wonder if we can sell shit later. Word shows are mostly bought. Yeah, people down here, no kidding, they're losing their minds over the Brazilian movie maybe winning best whatever, best something. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a freaking good movie, but like they treat it like it's like finally the rest of the world looking at the country or something. It's very weird. Love it if you lost your mind over movie instead of the rest of the world issues. Yeah, there's some poignancy in going crazy about stuff that isn't that important. Now, I assume an axe is going to be better than a dagger. And for now we can carry stuff. I'm gonna keep carrying this stuff around. Get rid of the stuff that seems useless later. What is this? Pile of debris, okay. So there is that door that and the other one. We have 2 doors. Just want to make sure everything is mapped out and that I haven't missed out anything. I'm gonna be going through this dungeon very methodically. Because I know that if I get stuck in this game, it's going to be because I didn't see something that I should have seen. Right, map. Everything is mapped. Literally everything. Locked. And there's another door here. So, streaming friends to the top movies of the year. Heard about some of that, sound pretty good. The more informative than the Oscars would have been. The Oscars are... It's not even about being bought, it's about being dumb and bland and repetitive. Like, I would... People are like, no, I have to watch it. I tried it once or twice. It's the most... It's a bunch of horrible people jerking each other off. It's... The key unlocks the lock. Okay. Watch them up until the early 2000s. Needs more world premiere. Oh, hi. Hi, sir. Sir, I want this. Can I have it? Thank you. Can I pile these? I can. Bad roll. Bad roll. There we go. Is he running away because I stole his bad roll or something? Or does he just walk around? I think he just walks around. Talk. Braggit. Hail, stranger! What be thy business? I have not seen thee in this place before. I'm attempting to rescue an innocent girl. Can I press 2? Please, game, be civilized. Thank you. Ah, rescue mission, is it? Should the Baron's guards not be with thee, to aid thee in thy search? Should they be speaking weirdly like this? More likely one of them threw thee in here, eh? Eh? Fuck Geoff Keighley. Thou needest not be ashamed of thy misfortune, lad. Thou art in the same pot with all of us now. If thou art to have a chance of surviving the abyss for long, thou must learn the lay of the land. Indeed, I would be eager to learn of this area. Is that... Okay, I'm gonna reload. If this fills in the map. I don't want the map to be filled in, otherwise I won't be able to where I have been or not. First thing off, I suggest picking up anything thou dost find that seems of use. People are really freaking angry on my messages here. Jesus Christ. I can't read, but... I can't read that shit. But people are freaking pissed. People watching the thing and saying, this is why I don't watch it. While they're watching it. Someone needs a nose boob. I'm sure it's gonna be whatever tomorrow. Picking up anything thou dost find that seems of use. Items here are scarce enough. Thou wouldst be well advised to take what thou can. Scavenge all you want, but stealing is ill-advised. Most of the Abyss's inhabitants guard jealously the few possessions that they have. Battle sites are the best for scavenging, that's why I'm here. Battle took place here not long ago. Battle between the goblins and the above worlders. What inhabitants are there? The goblins control most of these upper caves. 2 races there are, the green and the grey. If they do not destroy each other, it is not for lack of trying. Be thou especially careful of the grey goblins. I was recently imprisoned by them for trespassing. How didst thou escape? My prison cell was eventually a converted storeroom, for it had a stock of useful items, including a long pole. Using the pole, I was able to reach a button which opened the door to my cell. I sneaked away and returned to my people. I don't think I'll venture there again. I'm gonna write down that use pole to press button. Are people that angry still? Okay, I think the Brazilian movie lost. Because they're really angry. And what of the other inhabitants? Tell me of thy people. Tell me of thy people. The humans, like thee and myself, have staked out a small area in which we live in relative peace. Below us, they're mountain men, and after that, I do not know. Where is this enclave? Are all races but ours hostile? A nasty place this is, thou canst be certain of that. In the parts of the upper caves, uninhabited by goblins, there are giant spiders and worms. Our small group is one of the few devoted to peace. Thou canst find my people by going west from the entrance to the abyss and then north. There's a small chasm to jump over, but thou does seem to be a dexterous lad. Past the chasm is the sign of civilization everywhere throughout the abyss, the banner of Cabirus, marked with an Ankh, the sign of the Avatar. Outside the areas marked with the banner, thou shalt watch thyself. Okay, from entrance, probably not important, I'll find it and mark it on the map. West, then north, then jump over chasm to humans. If I watch thyself most carefully, most creatures who do not respect Cabirus' legacy are not particularly friendly. I thank thee for thy help. Good luck in thy travels. I love that you're taking good notes. It's gonna be an awesome playthrough. I'm glad you like it. I'm trying. Like, it didn't say anything too important that I can't remember. Okay, we got green goblins, gray goblins. They suck. Then you have humans, and then you have dwarves. I assume mountain people are dwarves, and then you have whatever. He doesn't know what's below. Pressing a button with a pole sounds like a hint to something that is going to be relevant later. We have mushrooms, which are probably food. We cannot talk to that because this is selected. Okay, I'm just making sure all of the map is marked properly. Oh, what is this? Somewhat used candle.
Wouldn't now be a good time to save your mission?
Yes, okay, thank you. It's fair. I don't even know if I want to carry candle. The thing is, sometimes these games, they don't have... No, they said we have bartering. So I do want to carry shit to sell. Which is good. It's good that it has bartering. So yeah, west, then north, then jump over chasm. This is gonna be humans over here. Okay, that goes down. Probably there. I see some water. Man, this, like, even the slight shading, like, this is so freaking good for 1992. And honestly, I've seen screenshots of the PlayStation version. It looks very decent, but this looks more charming to me. Would now be a good time to save your mission? Yes, yes, it would. What is that? Can I look at it? A large boulder. What is that voice clip from? It's from a game. That is one of the very few sound effects that is not sourced from a game I have played. Some PS1 game, I don't remember what it was. I think it's the only sound I have that isn't from a game I've played. There's one thing I don't like about that map, it doesn't show which direction you're facing. You have to remember to look here first. So jump! I did not think he would jump that high, holy shit. Oh, the boulder is actually 3D. With some weird grid shading, awesome. He has good dexterity. He does have good everything. I feel a little bit OP, but I'm sure that's gonna pass. Well fed and awake. Can I jump back? I can. Good. I don't know if I jumped there. I think you don't need to jump there. You can just run forward. Like, you have to get really freaking close to the walls for them to register. That's my one complaint with the game. Okay. I see a spider. I missed the spider. That music is so quaint. It's gonna be a while before I can have pizza again. Fuck, the Avatar before his Stygian adventure. Yes. You have been a thorn in my side by far too long, Avatar. Anyone know where that is from? Man, I used to know all of that by heart. I freaking love that game. It's the only Ultima game I've played from start to finish. I've only played 2 Ultima games actually, that and 4. Yeah, the intro to Pagan, I freaking loved it. No one here knows of the Avatar. And then the music builds in with a MIDI thing, man. That Ultima retrospective might be coming, maybe not this year. Shut up! I just want to go home and have pizza. If you want broccoli, you want a pizza. What the hell is broccoli anyway? Shut up with the broccoli. If you want pepperoni and bullets, you've come to the right place. Ooh, shoot. This looks like a... What? I didn't see the snake! That's a weird snake. I think you only recover your mana when you rest. Which is fine. Don't need to do all of the Ultima in 1 year. Rot War. Runes of Virtual on the SNES. Jankito, it's gonna be all games unless they are just ports. Like, I'm not gonna play through every version of Ultima 4, for example. This might open that door. Is Runes of Virtual like... I actually know very little about the Ultima series, other than I freaking love it. If that's like its own game with its own story and everything, then yes, it would have to be part of it. Delightfully jank. Yeah, that thing opens this door. Oh, I see something coming. Oh, it's a bat. It's a very fast bat. Can I? There we go. I gotta say, when it comes to Ultima 4, I am very tempted to play the Master System version. I freaking loved it, and it looks so good. Were we poisoned? Mildly poisoned. I did save recently. I'm gonna try... It's a unique game. You're an Ultima Dragon. Yes, you are. Lesser heal. I'm looking at the spells. Hang on. Take a quick look at the spells. It uses the spell. The button that I used to get out of the virtual machine uses a spell. Crap. Poison your opponent. Cure poison. Okay, let me see if I have the runes for cure poison. I don't have the first. I don't have the second. But I would have, like, the Ultima series is one that would require a lot of research just to consider starting the thing. Yeah, like I said, I would probably play Underworld 2 first, and then on the retrospective explain I have already streamed these games, I'm gonna skip them now, but they are going to be considered part of the retrospective. When I build the playlist, they're gonna be there. I'm losing health because of... Thou hast arrived, they have already, but with haste and virtue we can seek out and speak to the civilized inhabitants of the abyss. They, and thy decisions and actions will... Okay, does that heal? Okay, that heals everything. The problem, of course, is food. I don't know how to create food yet, but that's a problem for later. I'd have to play Ultima 2, which is awful. I said that if I do that retrospective, I will be using guides, so it's fine. Like, I'm not playing through all of that without guides. That's unrealistic. Like, when I was younger, Pagan took me like years to finish. And I played it all the time. Shouldn't pay first. It heavily leans on the end of Ultima 7. Oh. Interesting. Right. Well, thank you for the heads up. I did everything here. I want to see something here. Hang on a second. This bowl of water. That little sound you guys heard, that's supposed to be the splash sound from the media device. My media device is not particularly good with that, apparently. Okay, so it's just swimming. There's... Yeah, this is a splash sound, everyone. Listen. Oh, Jankito, I freaking loved that. That was the fire school of spell casting in Ultima Pagan. I loved it. I would read the books and take notes and set up the candles. It was fantastic, man. Like, the other ones were boring to me. When I got to that one, I was like, man, you maybe because I was a kid, but I was like, you go into an actual library and you read spell books. You literally read the spell books. I carried the books with me. It was so freaking immersive. From a gameplay perspective, it's probably shit, but I loved it. I thought, you know, every game now is gonna be doing something amazing like this. Of course not. Whole hour just to generate one spell. Regions kept flying off the pentagram. Well, there are multiple versions of Pagan that fix a bunch of issues. Like the jumping. People complain a lot about the jump. I never have had troubles with the jumping in that game. That splash sound. I'm not gonna do that on stream, but later I'll try different MT32 devices, see if any of them sounds correctly on the splashing. I'm gonna leave a save here. Splashing. Specifically for that. Later. Lousy late 90s physics. Ah man, that game... It was the first time I played a game that felt like a world and everything. Like, no internet to check things out or anything, and I still managed to figure out, man, what if I go into the blacksmith shop and during the day, and I open the door and I place a barrel on the door and I come back at night. And then I did that, I came back, the door was not closed or locked, he was gone to sleep, and I cleaned house. It was amazing. It was the first game I played where you could do that kind of stuff. Click, click, click. Oh, it's on this, okay. Serviceable leather boots. Yes, can you... Okay. Keep looking down so we don't miss anything important. Is everything here mapped? It is. Gas barrel and heads to Micro Center. Yeah, when people were like, oh, we can't put a bucket on top of the NPC's head in Oblivion and steal his shit, he doesn't see you. That's amazing. And that's far from being the first game where you can do that kind of stuff. Yeah, but Pagan doesn't have virtues. No one cares about the avatar. No one here knows of thee. And I couldn't read very well English at the time. So like I didn't even realize most of that stuff anyway. I just... I can't fight in the water, I know that. And there's like a alligator coming or something. Okay, I'm alive. I'm okay. I'm still okay. Can I attract him? I can. Can I hit him? I can. Man, that sprite is really cool. He hit me, I took damage, it's fine. Game is very forgiving, I think. As long as I learn how to make food. Come on, come on. Get closer. Okay, 2 hits so far. I can't look further down. Like for aiming. Well, maybe I'm aiming wrong. Maybe aiming is a thing. I think the manual mentioned that. It's not just swinging. You have to actually aim. I'm taking... Shit. You see water? Yeah, I do see water. And I don't like it. Can you hit it? It's hitting me. Can I do the same, please? I did hit it, so oh, there we freaking go. I got experience level 2. Okay, so that was worth it. Cooper versus Kermit, only 1k will win. Yes. Lurkers are great. Oh yeah, that is mentioned on the manual being called a lurker. Natural inclination. Yeah, I have tried to play, like, say, Fallout 3, taking the evil route. I can't bring myself to do that. But that one was like just min-maxing the game all throughout, I suppose. You can look at them to see their names. Well, Wolf is still alive, I guess. Yeah, that would have made a lot of sense, yes. I wanted to map here, but you move annoyingly in water. Ah, stealing as a combat skill. That's fine, that's part of the class. That's part of combat. They're already trying to kill you. It's fair game. Okay, I think there might have been a thing here or here. I want to head back. Oh. Oh, this is one of those games where you can... No, I was gonna say you can type a whole journal on the save file. There was a game I played once that you could write a freaking journal entry. I was doing this and then that, and then I changed my mind. Okay, this is kind of where I came from. I was close to this wall. That is where I started. I think I'm getting hit by the bat, but I can't deal with that right now. It's not for safe files, and the serpent in the staglands force you to write your own journal. I mean, that's the thing, like, I appreciate if the game lets you take notes in the game, but if a game requires taking notes, I will be taking my own notebook. Or piece of paper or whatever, like, the game's interface is only gonna get in the way. I remember a long time ago when I had just gotten my 3DS and I was playing through Ocarina of Time and I was taking notes. I was using the 3DS's system for note-taking. And it worked fine, but ultimately it's the reason I stopped playing the game. I couldn't stand taking notes with using a stylus anymore. Zelda games are note-taking games for me as well. Where the hell have I traveled to? Oh, there was a bridge here. Man, I hope I didn't miss anything on the way. Because this kind of looks like it could be a passage or this. I don't think they are. Okay, this looks like a place that has food. You could bring up the journal during conversations. Oh, that sounds complicated. You see a plant. I see a plant in my bag. And this is a green potion. It's one of those games, huh? I mean, it's immersive and fun. Okay, I don't want to go here yet. But I don't want to save. You have to go here. Okay. Splash. That was a splash, everyone. Okay, this was the end here, so I'm gonna check. So I have the door here that I didn't open. I might have to go back there later. I don't remember if there was more stuff here. There might have been... I don't know if this or these are anything. Very sprawling map here. It's a good thing it has an auto map. This is one of those games I would consider personally unplayable without an auto map. But I don't know, it's very good, but I still don't know if I like it more than the one in Evil of Dawn. Doesn't show the NPC in here. I should actually... Well, I will go through here to get here later. I should write down his name here. Just in case. So there's a passage here, there's a passage here. So I know I have to come back to these later. But not yet. Let's finish over here first. Right. The bat. So I can see a thing up there, but I can't get to it. So it's something above me, probably. I don't know. I wanted to make sure that this thing is not something I can go into. It is. Ah, it's up there. There's a thing that drops here. Okay. And finally here, I don't think I finished exploring it. Right, there's a ledge, but I can't get there from here. It's fine. Just making absolutely certain we have everything mapped. So there's a ledge here, ledge, ledges, passageway, passageway. And the guy over here that I forgot his name, I'm gonna write guy. I can rename it. If we go back, there's that door. Maybe I should check that door. That door is probably first. Maybe it isn't. I'll go here. This... He said west, then north, then jump a chasm. Is that beyond the river? So this to the human town, maybe? Music in this game is so soothing as well. I really like when games, especially these old, that do the whole dynamic music thing. It's a lost art these days. Very few games do it. I always appreciate when a game does it. Okay, there's another bridge here. Just want to mark all the walls. Fine, let me erase this. Oops, nope, erase. Where is the cursor, man? It's right in the middle. Okay. There's another bridge overhead. Mark the walls on the map. Does that other passage show up? Not quite passage. Yeah, lurker. Can I? Why can't I? Now I can. It's so difficult to hear this thing. It doesn't have trouble hitting me though. Very deep pain in the ass to hit. Yeah, I can tell. I am Kermit the Frog. You cannot hit me. Christ, man. I had a lot of health. I was keeping track of my health. It's a good skull. It's a good death sequence. You re-enter the abyss. What did I lose in terms of progress? Well, I can assume I... Color... Oops, wrong game. I don't know, man. I had health. I know it wasn't full health, but it was enough. I was checking. I had 13 out of 40. You couldn't... unless there's critical hits from enemies. Okay, we lost like 10 minutes here. It's fine. But I do want to open up the map. We're doing that diligently. I'll have to save more often. I got hit a few times after maybe. Currently peckish and wide awake. Well, peckish is fine.
Thank you.
Necrane, thank you so much for the raid, my friend. Really appreciate it. Welcoming Necrane and everyone from Necrane's channel. I'm Coopert. I stream old games from Sundays to Fridays. And we have started Ultima Underworld today. It was a request from our good old friend Sunfall from his donation to save. Reminding everyone that you can still donate to save by visiting saveandraid.org, and you can choose a game for me to play. If you do so, I will still honor requests. Welcoming, my friend, thank you for the raid. What were you playing? Oh! Windows XP, Windows 98 games. Nice. I love that stuff. I love that stuff. How did you go? What did you find? What did you test? Did you play No Mercy? Expect No Mercy. Did you play Expect No Mercy? I want to see someone get good at that game. I want to see the other FMVs in that game. But the gameplay was not as good as the one with the naked fighting ladies with live action characters. Some reason Call of Duty 1 works like ass on XP. Call of Duty 1, I'm pretty sure I did play it on Windows XP at the time. I didn't have any problems, but it was like a Wolf 3D. It is a Quake 3 engine game, so it does have the whole brightness issue that can mess up your settings royally. It's really annoying. Heavy Gear 2 kind of works. Yeah, Doesn't Heavy Gear use that weird Activision engine? Could be the Quake 3 engine having issues with the HD. Yeah, the Quake 3 engine, like, it was very performant. But it was jacked in a lot of ways. It was like, okay, here's my genius at making this thing run buttery smooth. Oh, it's not compatible? Okay, that's not my problem though. Oh, but the brightness is broken. I don't care, man. I'm gonna ramp up the brightness here. I'm gonna unramp it when the game closes, and if it crashes, then Windows will be jacked. Not my fault. Which was the thing, like Quake 3 engine games, if the game crashed, it wouldn't restore the brightness of your computer, and it would be very jacked. I remember that, not fondly. Game 002. Okay, here we go. Local combat issues aside, feeling about the game, feeling amazing. I want to see the spells. I want to see the bartering. I want to level up, see how, like, we did get a level, but nothing happened. I want to see how the leveling up works. Getting skills. I'm gonna die here. I can't rest with the guy right here. The game is as awesome as I remember it, even a little bit more. It's great. I'm happy that you gave me an excuse to play it. Yeah, I know there's stuff back there. I want to go grab it. I just want to find a place to rest. And like the jankiness of the 3D and the controls, I don't mind it one bit. It's fine. I've had a lot worse. Like, considering everything they did, we got level 3 and I still don't know what that is doing. Might look at the manual again. Piece of wood. I probably don't need the wood. Check HP. I know. It's at 5. I'm trying to find a place to rest. Still had jank on XP. It is made of... That game is made of jank, isn't it? Okay, we are rested. It doesn't... Oh, single rest didn't fill me up. What about currently hungry? Okay, I'm gonna eat the safe stuff. Apple tasted pretty good. Currently hungry. Fish tasted pretty good. Currently fed. Okay, I'm not gonna sleep again because that's gonna pass time. Out of 45, not 40. Yeah, because I got more health when I leveled up. Yeah, the vitality went up. These are not moving. Or these. I assume because of the mantras. I think we need to find a shrine to level up. Probably. Alright, save. Like this save menu here, where it has these buttons and this is being a little bit lazy. They could have like an interface. That is a little bit lazy. It works, it's fine. It's a bit lazy though. Okay, we got a box. Oh, we had... I wanted to grab the box. Couldn't I grab the box? Ah, because I was using... You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna reload. You know why? Maybe when I know that's incredibly unlikely, but maybe I used the box by accident and the runes exploded out of the box and some of them dropped into the water. Yes, Sunfall. Yeah. Not taking that risk. It was only 2. But still. It had been a while, hadn't it, Sunfall? Since we had our thing where the incantation failed. I'm trying to get out of the machine and casting a spell instead. Can I create food now? I have that room. I have that one. I can create food. Let me try it. This, and this. Did it make food? Does it? Ah, god damn it, man. I'm trying to... That bridge is technically water, so I can't. Okay, please die. Okay, I saved recently. I am fully health. I'm just gonna do this. Like, we're not gonna... I'm doing combat like this with the mouse because my left hand goes on the mouse and I was using it to drink and I didn't want to be like my right hand over there, so I'm holding the mouse up to combat. It's not working. I can do like, no, use it like a Wiimote. I have some Wii games I want to stream, actually. I would need to set it up though. Like grab the sensor bar, put somewhere here, change the camera, because I would need to get away from the table. Excuse me, Lucas, sir, I'm trying to cast a spell. Yeah. You know what? You know what? You know what? Hang on. I don't have... Oh, I do. Okay. Incantation failed? I'm gonna use magic arrows on it. I don't have mana. Okay, that was a good few hits, I guess. It hits a lot more easily than this. I could move away, rest, restore my mana, cast a few more things, hope it doesn't regen. 15 again. Ah, shit. Okay, where is it? I wish I had like... Okay. I don't have enough room to release that spell. I missed again. Whoa, wait, there's a bed in here. Man, what a mess. Your sleep is interrupted. Okay. Now this spell system has a problem. I don't have like quick spells. So I have to keep doing this stuff all the time. And then you can only have one prepared. And for those of you who are like, how does he know which runes to use? I'm looking at the manual. They added the second shelf. Fine. Fine, that's a simple enough solution, fixes most of the instances. Otherwise, it's a good system. And that's my problem with magic in video games. You guys know that I avoid using magic. It's because of this. Currently famished. Okay, let's try making food, see how that works. So making food is IMM. Okay. A fresh loaf of bread. Can I eat it from the floor? Nope. So I have to pull out of here and then... There you go, it tasted great. Currently famished, okay. No room to create that, but it uses the mana. Your sleep is uneasy, I imagine, yes. Fresh piece of cheese. Eat. Tasted great, hungry. And this is important because this means stability, okay? We don't have to be like, for example, Eye of the Beholder, you need food rations for your guys. And if you run out of food, they end up like not recovering their mana and you end up dying. So you have to find the food in the dungeon. It's limited resources. It's a close economy game. So, like, there is a limit to how much you can mess around before, like, you spend too much time and you end up dead. Until you get create food on a cleric if you got one of those in your party. So this is stability, like if we can create food and if we can take care of our needs continuously without relying on the dungeon, then, you know, the game is beat. It's just a matter of time. Like the only actual chance of not beating the game is dying because of lack of resources. Currently peckish, so I want to make more food, but I don't have mana, so I rest. You feel rested because very hungry, so we do this again. A few more times. I'm sure I can cook the food to make it, but I don't know how without wasting torches, which I don't need. So, you know, in the end, I just do this a bunch of times until you are well fed. We are well fed. And I'm going to drop the stuff we don't know. I might want to sell it. I remember. I want to keep stuff for bartering. Okay, so I'm gonna save. The food situation is properly dealt with. And I want to use some magic arrows again for that guy. that lurker. I don't have enough mana, alright, but then what about regular combat? Come on, let's end this. You have been at this for a while. Can I not look down? I think I'm kind of in the water. Oh no, I was looking down already, okay. There we go, one hit. So I am doing it right, it's in the right distance, everything is correct. It's just... Well, I have all the health, okay? This will happen, eventually. Yeah, lurkers. Oh, he's moving, that's not fair. Okay, I hit him again. Jesus. One more hit. I have a lot of health still. Don't move. Jesus Christ, and that gives me a level. Those guys are so difficult, they give you a level right away every time. Okay, good. And another music for the leveling. So, okay, there is... passage over here. I'm gonna check here first because this is probably just that ledge. And it dropped back down. Let me make sure that, well, I want light, I don't have mana, I have to rest. Hang on. Light is gonna be not here. The fact that it takes a while to open the panel is also a bit annoying. Okay, this and this. So, okay, let me make sure this thing is properly clean because I had to rush. Right, yeah, this is all mapped. But my problem with spells in these games is exactly like choosing the spell that you want to cast using a spell book. It's often badly implemented. It's fine on turn-based games, where just a menu is good enough, but... like, action-y games... like, even modern games, like, the best they can do is an action bar. Which is functional, but it's... and this map keeps opening up. This is going to connect to these, isn't it? Okay, I can erase this passage. Okay, before I go there... can I look at this marble floor? Some rubble. Okay, this connects here as well. I'll look at this later. So west from here, this way. This opening. Oh, this is the human town. I didn't jump over a chasm though. Banner of Cabarrus. And here... Oh, this is south, so this is that ledge. Right, I'm not jumping down there. There's a passage there, another there. That one leads to that ledge, and probably... And... Save quickly. Was it anyone that is currently in chat, the person that suggested I tried using cooler control on Linux? Just curious. No, I don't want to save. I wanted to open the map. Yeah, this does lead to that ledge. Not you, even though you're a Linux guy. Now, I wanted to thank whoever suggested it to me, because I always said that I couldn't use Linux on my computer because the shit that controls my coolers, my fans, only works on Windows. And that the most popular software for doing that, fan control, doesn't support all of my fans. And then they suggested cooler control. And I looked it up, it is only for Linux, so I couldn't test it easily. I decided to stop being lazy and actually try it on a live USB. And it actually did detect everything and it can control everything, so technically I am allowed to use Linux. There's just like one set of RGB fans that I can't turn off from Linux. And that's about it, everything else I can do. Which is good, I have that option, I might take it. Sure, there's food here, might as well save time and eat it. Yeah, I'll eat the food that I have. I'm sure that it doesn't go into bartering, otherwise I could just keep summoning food and selling it. Oh, is this the chasm you have to... Probably not, but there still might be something. I'll try. I'll probably fail like 5 times. You see a sturdy door, there is a bed here. I turn my back and I hear the bed. It's locked. I do have a key, I doubt it's here. Does not fit. Yes, okay. I hit the wall. Fine. Let's go back up and resume exploring that side. Then we can... It's a bunch of places to check. It's very sprawling. I want to make sure I don't miss anything. I feel like this game is going to require a lot less note-taking than something like Shin Megami Tensei. But then again, I've had very little dialogue so far. So I'm sure that will probably change later. Okay, this has the humans, question mark. Much more like a real sandbox. I did remember feeling like it was very sandboxy when I played it as a kid, even though I didn't know the term sandbox yet. Okay, there's a door here. There is this passages, so we have this to explore, this to explore, this to take a look at, a door, another passage here, and a door here. And the guy that I want to get the name of in the locked door here. Keep it organized so we can keep track of everything. You don't have to do the whole dance that you usually do on dungeon crawlers. You can just keep attacking. It's fine. That guy died in one hit and the other rat is like terrified of me now. What is this? Bottle of ale. Save it for bartering. Come on, rat. Face the dance. There you go. Oh, the dragon does a little laugh. The dragon does a little laugh when you kill something. He's like, that was very good. I hadn't noticed. I'll take the weapon away. How many? 4 candles. Let me map everything. Make sure it's properly... Yep. Sturdy door. Locked. Key does not fit. Oh, there's someone trying to break the door from the other side? Yes. At least that's what it looks like. Okay. Save. Fed and wide awake. Where is this? Okay. Oh, one of the goblins, and he has a sling. And that's a very shield. And he probably drops shit as well. The gargoyles' eyes light up during combat. Ah, it's the enemy's health. Interesting. Man, that kind of stuff where they use the interface in those ways, it's really amazing. Worn buckler. This is a worn wooden shield, so this is probably better. Do you have like a defense 13? If I... Does it change it? No, it doesn't. That's skills, not stats. I wish I could like do the whole appraise thing maybe. Mentioned that way earlier, but don't think I saw it. It lights up in combat. Yeah, I think I might have I might have missed it. But it shows the health of the enemy. It's quite interesting. What is this? Sling stones. All of them. Worn leather vest. Okay, we got a full leather, worn leather set. Torches. Serviceable cudgel. That might be better than badly worn. Badly worn sling. Sling stones. Old bread. Okay, we got everything. Oh, that's why I can fit so much stuff in it. It's infinite slots. Alright, I might need to organize this stuff at a later date. Keep things organized somehow. I was putting things there because I thought it was going to eventually run out of space. Not here. Click here to close it. So, you know, keep things like food and equipment. Something like that. I'll check it later. We can organize. Okay, I have checked the door. I can delete it. So this might be the goblin side of things. I think someone is shooting stones at me. Oh. Yeah, something is shooting stones at me. What? Where? Oh, down there. Cudgel was damaged. Ah, yes, repairing. Yellow health. I'm not hitting. Cudgel was damaged. This guy has very hard skin, apparently. Oh, one of the keys. Red health. Come on, man. Just give it up. Are you seeing my health, man? Just die already. You can't kill the avatar. You're not a lurker. Oh, that stairs going down. Interesting. So that's like the final boss of this level. Jesus. Oh, look, it's money. 8 coins. How many? All of them, obviously. 10 sling stones. Can I grab them? Okay, all the sling stones. Another one of these. Badly worn. Worn. Okay. Keep using the one I'm using. Boss encounter a goblin. Yeah, tremendous. And we got another key. And we got unblemished ruby. gonna put it alongside the coins. No, I'm gonna put down a save. If I go here... Okay, this is marked as level 2. Stairs are to the east of where I am, so... Stairs up. Ruby. 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 I don't know actually. Ruby. This is... Okay. Stairs down. Kind of. Unblemished even, yes. I'm gonna barter it for some live chicken. Start an underground farm. More games need underground farming. I can only think of Dwarf Fortress and derivatives. I think there is someone else here. Because are you the one doing damage to me? Now that it's too late, I don't think that goblin was actually aggressive. Oh. Experience, I don't care. I'm running a strictly human business in here. Ah, but maybe I could talk to them. Well, I'm sure there's not gonna be a soft lock on a character you can actually kill. Maybe I could barter with them. Maybe they were merchants. Maybe they had the best sword in the game. Well, then they would drop it. Dungeon Keeper qualify as farming. I don't know. You can play that game without farming, can't you? So, or can you not? I'm gonna confess, I've never played Dungeon Keeper. You can 100% soft lock this game by killing things. Am I soft locked? You don't think this guy was a soft lock? Okay, I'm gonna... The game should be more obvious, but I'm going to be more mindful of people's feelings from now on. I wanted to cook it. Can't I cook it? It's a campfire. Can't I cook it on the campfire? Apparently I can't. Fish tasted kind of bland. Yeah. Yeah, it required some seasoning. It's a tiny mechanical spoiler. If you look at any creature, you'll tell if they're peaceful. Right. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. I didn't want to kill those guys. Now that I realize, I thought that it was automatically like a goblin. It's aggressive. There you go. Yeah. You live and learn. A rock hammer. And some candles. Somewhat used. Is this stealing a thing? One of the guys told me not to steal from others, so I do assume it is a thing. Okay, so this is locked, this is locked. We have a passage here, we have potential humans here, we have passages here with bridges. A passage here, a door here. This is just level 1. People get pissed. Yeah, the guy said they get pretty jealous of their meager possessions. Food owned by a rat, yes. I did see that. That makes a lot more sense now. It was the rat's possessions. Poor thing. That's all they had on their name, a piece of cheese. Okay, let's check the humans. Wait. Mellow goblin named Drog. Yes, what's your business here? I wish to view the splendor of thy settlement. Hopefully the rat was not an important NPC. This is best place to see when you see Abyss. King Vern is he the bravest in the Underworld. You go see him if he see you. King Vernix of the Green Goblins. Oh! Okay, I'm not showing this guy, but I'm gonna update the map. This is not humans, it had a question mark. This is Green Goblins and maybe Vernix? Yeah, the humans are probably further north. We haven't jumped any chasms. I mean, we have, but it didn't count. A mellow. Man, that's kind of... That's kind of kinky clothing, isn't it? Me not that kind of orc. Okay, I assume this opens and closes this door. Yeah. Don't kink shame that mellow goblin. I'm not shaming. In fact, I might be actually expressing interest. Don't kink shame me, Sunfall. You would never. Ooh. Look at the fancy place where people sleep. Bedroll belonging to a green goblin. I didn't check if that bedroll I took belongs to that guy. Maybe it did. It doesn't anymore. Bedroll belonging to a green goblin. Belonging to a green goblin. There is a water hole in here. Belonging to a green goblin. Yes. Cauldron. Okay. I see a... there were more goblins here. Where are all of them? Goblin. This one doesn't have a name. Hey, you not goblin? Why are you here? Canst thou tell me of the goblins? Green goblins, yes, good. We are strongest and bravest in Abyss. Grey goblins, they nasty and weak. You no won't talk to them? If they're weak, why don't you kill them? Yeah, you can't, so they are not weak. Also, watch out for some mean goblins, not like our settlement. They wear red. Good goblins near banners with funny marks, like me. Where is... I would like to trade some items with thee. Maybe? What you got? What is this? You see an excellent leather cap. I make thee this offer. No, I no like. You do like that the game tutorializes without a tutorial. The goblins behind a locked door, so you try to chat is like, oh, not just humans. I did click it first, it wasn't on. I think I did, yes. Yeah, it is kind of tutorializing it because it would be very difficult to kill it because it's behind a door. Yeah, we trade this. Farewell. Okay, we got oh, it's escaping. Grab that cap. Where is it now? Do I have to reload? Did I just lose the thing? I heard it jumping around and then it effed off into the ninth dimension or something. Where's my... I think it effed off. I think it effed up. The abyss. Yeah. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna save on a different slot. And I'm going to restore that. I think I didn't do too much. I did this conversation. It's fine. Cannot talk to that. Excuse me? There we go. Okay, I can skip the dialogue. Okay, I have tested that button. I'm going to not go over there right now. And I'm gonna open up a little bit of space here, I guess. What can you tell me of the goblins? I like to trade. What is this? Linkstone. Excellent leather cap, so grab this. Offer the torches. I make this offer. We trade this. Farewell. Oh, it's there. It doesn't go into your inventory. Excellent leather cap. And this is a serviceable one, so we can do this. Okay, do you have anything different to tell me? Where is thy leader? Yeah, Vernix, hey king. Maybe you won't talk to bodyguard Lanugo first. Lanugo. The northwest. And what can you tell me about your people? Nothing new here. Trade items. Do not wish to bother. Farewell. Okay, fine. How is the map looking? Right, I hadn't... goblins. Let me make sure I get the corners of the room. And it wasn't my fault it was hit into the abyss. It doesn't go into your inventory. You get no response. Keep out. Keep out, eh? Door is locked. Key does not fit. Key does not fit. Locked. This one opens. There's another door in here. Another water hole. Does this belong to anyone? No, I could grab this if I didn't already have one. You know what? Pretty sure those are toilets as represented in this engine. I mean, I didn't say I was gonna drink from it. Oh, this is... I think this just circles back here. Yes. Yeah, I know. There are probably toilets. It's all a big toilet in here. It's freaking... Oh, this might be King Vernix. Because this is the end of the overpass. You see a tapestry. And one of these is the king and the other is the old Mandolin. It doesn't have an owner. Yoink. One of these is the king, the other is the bodyguard. I'll leave that for later. King Vernix. I'll get to it. Let me explore down here first. Oh, look! Fancy fountain! Yes, yeah, fountain. You know, I think this game in parts might have inspired a little bit of Robinson's Requiem. Because it has the eating stuff and the sleeping stuff, and it's like fully 3D, and you grab the items from the floor. And it's kind of like an immersive sim in a way. Both of them. I don't know, it's kind of reminding me of that. Lanugo. Yeah, talk to the bodyguard first. Also has a super strong sense of place. The way that almost no game of this time had. Yeah, I get what you mean. Like, it's immersive in a way that is... It draws you into a world without being overly complicated. Da be not bothering the boss. I? No, I'm not bothering him. Good. You be not healthy. To bother a guy like the boss. Perhaps thou couldst ask thy boss if he could see me. Yeah, well, I could do that, but the boss don't like to be bothered with, like, practical stuff. His mind is on higher things. Thy advice is well taken. Sure thing. Hey, gotta go. Time for me to start dinner. You wanna stay? Swarm stew tonight? Me specialty. Worm stew? Aye. Me mother used to make it. That takes a worm, chops it up fine and marinates it in pot with mushrooms. Here, it's all written down on this, we got a recipe. I thank thee kindly. You see a ragged scroll. The recipe for worm stew requires port, green mushroom, a dead rotworm, and a bowl to mix them in. Didn't know I was such a gifted voice actor. I was just reading as it was written. But yeah, thank you, Games on VHS. I appreciate the compliment. Immersive. Come back for me stew, have that? Smell brought that? Don't blame that, 'tis a good stew. I'd rather that thou obtain an audience with thy lord for me. Yeah, well... Perhaps I could give thee a small gift to show my appreciation. I don't see no gift. Ah, here's a gift for thee. I don't see no gift. Okay. Okay. Okay, how about the candles? So this is always for trading stuff. I like that this random fucking goblin talks as annoying than every human in every Ultima game. Yeah. Does Taoist want some rotworm still the kindest? I can't read that old English, of course. I can't possibly come up with stuff in it. Don't you have any gold or something? I have some meat. You like meat, right? Don't you have any gold? What about us? What about bread? Do you have any gold or something? Man, the guy wants to be bribed properly. Here, have a broken axe. Man, if you're gonna be bribing me, better do it proper, man. I'm not a cheap... I'm dishonest, not cheap. There's a difference. Okay. You see gold coins. I want one gold coin. Thanks! That right enough for a human? Is that human with an Y? It is a human. For a human. Tell the what? If the talks to the boss be real like complimentary. He likes that. Compliments everyone, yes. I'll take that under advisement. Sure thing. Hey, gotta go. Time for me to start dinner. Thank thee most kindly. I got the recipe already. Alright, let's complimentary the lord, the king here. He's not dressed any... Oh, he has... No, all of them have that armor. No, he's not dressed any differently. But it has a sword instead of a club. Vernix. Yes. Okay, he likes complimentary. Complimentary. All hail the most mighty and puissant ruler of the great and noble race of the Green Goblins. He likes a kiss ass. Fair greetings to thee. Okay, back to annoying old English. What reason hast thou intruded on our court? I have quested long to drink from the fountain of thy wisdom, O pearl among kings. True, I am rather wise, come to think of it. What dost thou wish to know? How came you by that gorgeous cloak? It does suit me, doesn't it? I had it made specially for me. One simply doesn't find work like this underground. Well, perhaps the mountain folk do make a few nice things, but they tend to wear metals rather than clothes. And of course the seers, the ancient illuminated seers of the Moonstone they call themselves, they do nice work too. But they generally tend more towards the literary than the sartorial arts. And mountain folk. Love these dialogue options. 90% certain is also the piece taken Lord British requiring the stupid style of writing. Yeah, good. Like, Lord British, he's a weirdo. I'm gonna leave it at that. And this hall, it is most beautiful. Well, one does what one can. Of course, those awful grey goblins took all the really nice things with them when they stole away in the night. This was just after Sir Cerberus died, you know, when things were falling apart. And we have to make do since then. One of these days I'm going to get some poison into Kechavel with his ugly wife. So I'm gonna assume that Kechavel is the leader of the Grey Goblins. Okay, so I have written down, Kechavel is the leader of the Grey Goblins, has an ugly wife. Ketchupville, yes. He's terribly hand-packed, you know? And then we'll see what's what. King of the Grey Goblins indeed. Yes, it is the king. Why, he's an upstart. His father was a horse thief. But enough of this. You wanted to know something? How can I help you? Flavor Town. Dun, 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 dun. What are these talismans of which I hear? I've changed my mind about thee, thou art indeed a ruffian. Get thee hence. Ask it Vernix about talismans. He got angry. I do most humbly crave thy pardon. Well, perhaps thou canst be forgiven. This place is full of the most frightful rude people. Thou mayst remain. What is it I need? Merely to partake some small manner of thy vast knowledge. Okay, so I can't ask about the talismans. Until right then, yeah. 100% more dainty than a regular fool. Who was Sir Cerberus? Thou hast the manners of an acid slug, get out of here. Okay, so he hates ignorance, I guess. You're supposed to know everything. I want your vast knowledge. Yes, please partake. Who was Sir Cerberus? Fuck you for asking questions. If only saying sorry gets you out of trouble this easily. I mean, we got into trouble very easily. Might as well get out of it easily as well. Tell me of the races of the Abyss. Perhaps the cows stand a little further downwind? Thou art identified, fool. That's all you get to ask. Yeah, I'm trying to... Unless you're like complimenting his stuff. It's very kind of thee to take time to help me, your majesty. Oh, mention it not. It is so seldom that I get a chance to speak to a really intelligent person. I mean, our allies the lizard men are nice enough. Lizard men are allies of green goblins. But the poor fellows can't speak a word of the common tongue. They understand it well enough, but the poor things don't have the mouth to speak it. And the language is so difficult. I know Seth and mean yes and no, but I don't know which is which. Then there are the Knights of the Curse and Sata. They can talk well enough, but all they ever say is how many trolls they've killed. Frightful bore, even if it does help keep the pest population down. Both kind of pests, knights and trolls, you know? It must be a trial, even for one as noble as yourself. Oh, indeed it is. Sometimes I wonder how I even manage. It wasn't always like this, you know? When Sir Cabras was alive, things were ever so much better. It had all of us working together so well. A born leader was that man. When he founded this colony, he could have made a wager anywhere in Britannia that it wouldn't work, but he made it so. I still think one of those bastard greys must have done him in. There were certain items too. Well, I suppose it will do no harm to tell thee. Sir Cabras collected 8 great talismans, each embodying... Okay, now he tells me. Like, if you ask him about Sir Cabras, he gets angry. If you ask him about the talismans, he gets angry. If you call him noble, he'll tell you everything you want to know without you asking. Okay, Sir Cabras collected 8 talismans, each embodying a certain virtue. For the virtues. He was a great one for virtue, was our Cabras. Like, he actually answers all those questions, only Gaddy constantly flattering him. Yeah, that's... The other guy warned us. Lanugo, I think. Well, know that he intended them to come to the leaders of the various groups here in the Abyss. Well, we never saw them. If they still exist, they must be lost. But I must be boring thee. Well, actually, yes. It's so tempting. So fucking tempting. Well, actually, yes, you are very boring. I will listen forever, your majesty. But I've taken enough of your time. Oh, wait. No, not at all. Oh, though we're just saying that, I'm sure there's much more for thee to do than listen to me natter on. And if you should happen to meet King Kechoval or Queen Retichol, of the Grey Goblins, be a dear and stick a knife in them, would you? Farewell, your majesty. Drink a fountain of wisdom. You probably don't get the options of flattering him this much if you don't talk to Lanugo first. Just want to see if this other option could listen forever. Well, bless you, you're such a charming conversationalist. Please do visit again. Okay, no, that was nothing else. Okay, so I think that's I think that's everything here, actually, that we can do for now. You and not thee, my immersion. Okay, so King Vernix, there's a locked door, everything else is explored here. Green Goblins, stairs going down. There's a locked door here. We got a key here or here. It doesn't go in here, but it could go into one of these. Probably this one, because of the proximity. Then there's passages. Okay. So, south and west. And for the door at the very start of it. Yeah. And that's the quest done. That's the speed run. 5 minutes, grab the key, leave the game. It unlocks the lock. Okay. It was the most likely. I can't talk to that. I did imagine, yes. Okay, he did attack me first. What is this thing? Hostile imp. Oh, he has a lot of health. I'm glad I saved because I don't. Okay, he's almost dead. Come on. Come on, one more hit probably. Yes. Okay, so what do we get? We get some coins and we get a ragged scroll. So this was the brew, and this is you ooze spore for large jumps. Hang on. Yeah, I cast the spell trying to get out of here. It's whatever. I'm trying to find that spell on the list. It doesn't show on the list. There's a list of spells in the game and it doesn't include that. There is levitate, but that's Urpor. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna have to like copy the glyphs for Uspor because Uspor. Okay, let me see if let me save. Let me see if I have the runes. I don't have Us. And I don't have Por. Can I look at them to see their names? Yeah, money. Oh, they're ordered. Right. Okay. Okay. Oh, little bag. Let me... Another one of these. I don't have space in here specifically. Let me put this here because I think that's important. Alright, this is the stuff that I think is important. bottle of water. Currently well fed and wide awake. Okay, and let me update the map. This is no longer locked. Next up, this door. I want to check this door. Because it might not work and I might mess up, I'm gonna put down a save. Okay, it is. Maybe it's the kind of door, like it looks the same as that other one. More stairs going down. So this will lead to a different place. Stairs down. Maybe it might. No, it leads to level 2, so it's just that it's a different place in level 2. That would have to be it. Yep. It tracks. Well, there's a key here. The spider looks more scared of me than I of it. Man, hitting enemies in this game is a bit annoying. Maybe I'll read the manual about combat. Maybe there's something obvious that I'm missing. There we go. So yeah, I'm gonna put this is empty. I'm gonna use this to store keys. Getting bullied by a spider. I mean, bullied in the sense that I can't hit it. Stairs up. Okay, but I'm not exploring this level yet. Can I make it back there? I can. I managed to do that this time. Right, from here we have all of this to check, but that I think I'm gonna guess this first, and there's still this stuff left behind I might have to get to later. Oh, do I have to ask for entrance again? Well, probably, but I'm not gonna do that now. There is a thing there? I couldn't see it. Trying to understand this. I'm gonna leave that note there because there's still a passage that way. Like there's still... Well, I can put it here instead. Well, this is looking back here and I didn't see this before. Or I forgot to note it. I think I just forgot to write it down. Yeah, this is fine. There's that passage there. Let me try to find dry land. Is this it? It is. And I bet I'm gonna find a lurker. No, but there's a bat. Well, there's some dry land here if the bat wants to. Wants to engage. Hitting these cursor is not obvious. I wanted to write something down there, I guess, whatever. If you wanted to write it, why did you click on close? Well, because I'm dumb, but that's no excuse. Okay, and this is the end of this length of water. And then you go in here, have those plants, so... We're gonna go in here, then we have all of this to check, this, and then stairs going down. Map is very large, there's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a long game. I'm gonna put down 2 saves for good measure, and I'm gonna stop the timer, and we're gonna come back to this game tomorrow.